Hello, I'm Amara Jones, and today is Thursday, August 13th. This is Caffeine TV, your daily news brief, here to take you through 3 headline numbers in just 3 minutes, giving you a different take on everything from housing policy to the Real Housewives. Just a programming note, after today, we'll be on hiatus until Wednesday, September 16th. The first number up today is 750. That's the number of people killed and wounded after a massive explosion in Tianjin, China last night, 90 miles south of Beijing. It had the same energy as a small tactical nuclear device, was felt miles away, and was visible from space. Now, it had so much energy, that explosion, because it took place at a massive chemical storage facility. Now, what's significant about this incident are not only the tremendous amount of casualties, but also because it points to a source of political agitation in China. As the Wall Street Journal points out, there have been numerous protests all across the country out of safety concerns at chemical facilities, just like the one that exploded, not to mention over milk and pet food and the full range of environmental concerns. Now, what's interesting is that the Chinese government often asks that fights over political freedoms in their country will be the source of political agitation, but it actually seems that it might be over issues of life and death. The next number of today is 20, as in the number of Black Lives Matter protesters who interrupted a campaign event of Jeb Bush last night just outside of Las Vegas, Nevada. I think I can hear the Bernie Sanders supporters cheer on the other side of this camera. Now, the protest swung into full action at the end of the town hall meeting when a member of Black Lives Matter asked Jeb Bush about his policies on police brutality. He then responded with an answer about racism in America and the need to stamp it out, and then quickly exited the event, at which time Black Lives Matter protesters began to chant Black Lives Matter, and Jeb Bush supporters responded with a chant of White Lives Matter. Now, perhaps this protest will end feelings on the part of Bernie Sanders' camp that he's been unfairly targeted by Black Lives Matter. That got so intense that an editor at The Nation, Kai Wright, had to pen a piece to say that Black Lives Matter was a demand and not a plea. But perhaps after last night, Bernie Sanders' supporters will feel a lot less wounded. The last number up today is 16. That's how many months it's been since 200 girls were kidnapped in northern Nigeria by Boko Haram, giving rise to the hashtag Bring Back Our Girls. Of course, they still remain at large. But yesterday, the president of Chad, a country that's combating Boko Haram, said that the organization's longtime leader, Abu Bakr Shekau, was dead, and that he was negotiating with a new member of Boko Haram on a potential ceasefire. Now, the last time that Shekau was heard from was back in March, when he proclaimed the organization to be a subsidiary of ISIS, saying that it was ISIS in West Africa. But if he's not dead, it wouldn't be the first time. 5 times he's been declared dead, and 5 times he's come back from the grave, I guess, supposedly. But political machinations and concerns inside of Boko Haram aside, the world is still waiting for 200 girls to be found and brought back home.